So do they end up like lifting and doing things at your gym too?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So I don't really let my 7 year old in there because I have a in my house here I have a home gym too. And so they usually hit the home gym if they're not out because my oldest is 14, but he looks like he's 21. I call him my baby giraffe. He's like 6'3", and I had him here for a bit, and now he's up here, and I'm like, dang, you turd. So he blew up and got tall on me, and so he goes to the gym and he gets that proper because I'm a firm believer too in the gym etiquette, proper gym etiquette. If you're in there not messing around, I mean you have your horseplay every once in a while, but I mean I'm in there to get a lift in, and I want to I'm in there for results, and a lot of people don't have all the time of the day, so they're like I'm going to pop it in my lunch break, and I don't want a bunch of kids in there, and it's not nothing against the kiddos or anything, but I know how it is when you get. I was young too, you know what I mean, and when I was younger, I'd get in there and I'd monkey around and try to throw around weight I shouldn't have been, and that's probably partially why my back's bad, but shoulder impingements, bicep impingements. I mean, I got all sorts of stuff
You just
going on
don't
now.
bounce back like you used to.
No, that's a bad thing too. I was talking to somebody about the other day. I said, 2 years ago, I probably would have healed up from this little guy. And I mean, I'm 4 weeks out, and it's 8 weeks before I even should be. I'm should have a cast on, but like I say, I concentrating on PT a little more, and I still feel like a lizard. I told him to chop it off, and I didn't even need them, so at least I still have them, and they work.
Yeah, I think hands are like one of the worst because you don't really realize how much you need them until you've lost it.
And how many neurons fire when you're doing stuff and you're not even aware of your hands moving, and that's what I when I first did it, that really reeled me in, and I was like, that's how much. I mean, it puts things into perspective on how much you use them and whatnot, and like I say, all the neurons that just every little motion and movement in your hand, and when it's boogered up, and you're like, I feel that there, and you can almost pinpoint where your muscles are, flex at, and
Oh,
just crazy.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so you said PT, like do you go to see somebody for PT or do you?
I do because I don't have any doctorates or anything like that and degrees on that aspect in the fitness world. I have a lot of different degrees and different things, but so I do go see a wonderful lady named Bailey. She's a rock star and she knows her stuff. She's good at what she does, and so she's been leading me back on track and getting me rocking and rolling again. But I go to Buffalo PT. My cousin actually is part owners in it's Buffalo Physical Therapy, Sheridan Physical Therapy, and I think there's one more, and she's partial owner there. Like there's 6 owners in them, and so she owns partial of that company. So I use them, and I spread the wealth out and keep the family happy too. So yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So then do you end up knowing most of the whole like community and like up into Sheridan and that whole area near the mountain range there?
Which it's unfortunate because I know pretty much everybody and everybody knows me. So anytime I go to the store, I'm like, do I got at least 30 minutes because I'm going to be talking, and and I like to talk. Unfortunately, that's one of the downfalls of owning your own gym is you go in to work out and then I work my jaw muscles out. I tell you that much. I promise I'll work them out. But sometimes I don't get the sets in I want to, just because I talk and politic. But uh, but it is. I do know pretty much everybody from here to even Montana. I know people in Montana, South Dakota. I have in my networks over the years. I used to be in an MC to a motorcycle club. I wrote an auto bio for American Dream TV. ADTV did a little piece on my gym and on the bar. I think it was 3 or 4 months ago. I want to say. And so if you hop on ADTV, it's a national TV network, you can find the piece. It should be in Buffalo, Wyoming. April Pulley was the main lady she was talking to us about, but she came down and we did that, and I was it's a good thing knowing everybody, but like I said, I have my networking between that, the film stuff, the my Hollywood network that I work with on the side with the contracting and the firearms business. I used to own a detail shop. I closed that down about 3 years ago. I owned it for 3 years, and the problem there is I couldn't find somebody that would want to work, and I was paying very well for somebody to be in and cash, and I was paying them weekly, and it was just hard to find good hands, and because they would be around for a little bit, so I had to shut that down. But I still get calls for that to this day. But I got way off topic. I was going about the auto bio, and so I wrote this auto bio for them, a little short snippet, probably a 3 paragraph thing, and they were like, "Are you sure you're not 80?" Because I've worked in the methane field, the uranium mines, your honors, uranium one. I've worked out in, like I say, a lot of the oil fields. I've done because my parents used to own methane pulling units too. They owned a construction company, Alger and Son Well Service and Construction, and so I've worked a lot of different things. I can operate equipment. dang near defuse a bomb. I mean, but knowledge is power at the end of the day, and I'm a curious little sponge for it. I don't ever want to quit learning. I'm always wanting to learn the next thing, even when it's frustrating and I don't understand it. I'm like, you're gonna figure it out, or something's gonna click. You know, one of these days something's gonna have to click on it. Just keep on, you know, that's that persistent thing. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward. And I'm a firm believer in that.